This has been since the day we looked at the property. We said, hey, we can collect water off that roof. There's no eaves troughs. We should put some up.
Yep.
What are we in, like week 6-ish right now?
I don't even know what day it is at this point. Hey guys, I'm here by myself today. Amanda has gone to pick up the door for the outhouse. We're waiting for the technician to show up to put the dish on the pole that we installed the other day. So I'm gonna start digging a hole so we can bury our water tote so we can melt and collect water. So I'm gonna set you up. It's time lapse. The generator's running, so it's a little loud. So and the dog's running around like crazy. So I'm gonna start digging a hole. We have no running water. So this is me digging a hole to put a catch basin in so we can catch the rainwater. What I'm going to do is dig down as far as I possibly can and install this tote. But we seem to have hit a snag, as in there is granite within a shovel of topsoil. So this is me jackhammering as much of the granite as I can. We are trying to get it to be warm enough to not freeze in the wintertime. So it gets to the point where I can't dig anymore, and so I have to use my jackhammer, and then it gets to a point where the jackhammer isn't really doing anything. So I then bring out my drill, my SDS Max, drill holes, and then play connect the dots with the jackhammer. After a day of this, I think this is not working. So I get my concrete saw, my stone saw, and I start making slits in the granite. So then there's space for the granite to break while I'm jackhammering.
After several days of very tiring effort and long hours covered in stone dust, we managed to get it down about 2 feet and flatten out the bottom of the pit. And then we're ready to go and get the water tote that we're going to go ahead and put into the hole that we dug.
Right. So we're in the ground. We have our airfoil wrapped around. We have it backfilled as obviously deep as we can get it. We're not worried about looks or aesthetics. We're building a porch right here in front of it. So it's going to be hidden. So our nice tape job, it's going to be hidden. The main thing is to get the straw around it before it gets cold, and hopefully keep everything warm.
In our case, it's just dishes and showers. That's all we're using it for.
Yeah.
We
have drinking water from the spring.
For now
until it freezes.
But if we're using this for dishes and showers, then we're going to use that for a lot less.
Yeah.
So it'll
Absolutely.
be just really for drinking.
This job is done until I can get the eaves troughs on. And I guess that will be another video.
Or tomorrow.
Or maybe tomorrow. If Amanda makes me do it tomorrow.
It's going to rain. It's not that I'm going to make you. It's that it sort of makes sense to get it done because it's like there's no more rain in the forecast for another week after this. So
several days later.
We did not get the eaves trough up the next day before the rain came, and it started to snow. We are installing eaves trough now, and then we'll do the downspout in just a couple of minutes. Mike is up on the ladder making sure that there is enough slope in the eaves trough that the water will run in the direction we want it to go. And then we're going to go ahead and add heat trace line to the eaves trough afterwards to make sure that any of the snow that's on the roof will melt once we get it warmed up. Gary, the trailer is open. What?
Does that look like a 3-inch?
Yeah. It's not? It looks exactly the same to me.
Exactly. That's 4-inch. We need 3-inch.
So the one that's a little bit smaller than this?
This is 3-inch.
Okay. So you want this one or not this one? You don't want this?
I want 3-inch.
Not this one.
Not that one.
Do you want me to take that elbow too?
No, I do not.
I don't understand.
I need a 3-inch tee. Alright, so what I'm going to do is connect the downspout. But we're going to put a waste water, so that way if there's any bird poop or pine needles or anything on the roof that gets washed in to the downspouts, we want it to go away first and then transfer into the clean water into the tote. Perfect.
So this is not 3-inch.
That's 3-inch.
It's 75 millimeters.
Yeah.
That's all you're allowed to have.
Yes.
Here you go.
Perfect. Thank you.
75 millimeters is 3 inches.
Yes.
Right back. Hi. It's like a boy. Were you chasing squirrels this morning? There was one out. Did you see it? Hey? Look at your butt wads. You're shedding like crazy. Finally getting your winter coat, huh, bud? Oh, thank you. That was right on my glasses. Thanks, babe. Hey, hey. Come back. Come back. You're my boy. Come here. Oh, yeah. Bring your toys. That's a good boy. Keep away. Come on. Yeah, that's... You don't want me to take it, do you? Here. Hunter. Watch the pipe. You're funny. Was there a reason you chose to use the white for this, the PVC?
It's more for outdoor,
Okay.
whereas the ABS can degrade.
Like in the sun and stuff?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you line up to the hole? You're over the hole here, so it should be fine. But you're on the right angle to...
Something like that.
So guys, it's dripping. The water's dripping out the bottom of the pipe there. Let's ask Mike about it when he gets back. So, I have a question for you.
Yep.
Down there.
Down.
See the pipe?
Yep.
What looks wrong with it?
What? That is dripping?
Mm-hmm.
It's not tight. It's just hand tight.
Oh.
And we don't care. That one drip isn't going to do anything towards 15 mils of rain. Right?
Okay.
I mean, really, if we wanted to, we could drill a hole in the bottom. And that way it drains itself out.
Yeah, but none of the debris would come out.
Right. So you'd have to clean it out every once in a while. But he wouldn't necessarily have to come out after every single rain.
Well, big rains, I would come out and clean it, but not necessarily small ones.
Right.
Is there any worry about it freezing up in the winter, though?
Well, we're gonna put heat trace line around it anyway. So no, hopefully not. Like that.
Better.
And now
we collect water.
Now we collect water.
Well, now you can put on the overflow.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what the meters amount of the volume of water is going to be that's going to come down if we get 20 mils.
Right.
On 200 square feet.
Okay, so this is an overflow that we're going to put into the tank.
So
right
that
about there.
If we fill up above our 1,000 liter, that it will have somewhere to go.
Yeah. So that is there.
When we got back from down south last week, we had like, I don't know, 8-10 inches.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if not more, especially in some spots. But
The good news is it didn't actually drift much.
no.
I don't know if it was windy when it snowed, but there's a lot of trees, so I feel like it's breaking a lot of the wind.
Yeah. And the cool part is that if you walk around the property, all of the spots that have granite or like boulders, they're not snow covered. So they're still warm
Yeah.
from
below the ground.
below the earth, right? And so we're hoping that's actually going to help this, because I had to break out, in some spots almost 2 feet of granite in order to put the tote even as far as we did. So hopefully the rock will actually keep the water from freezing, which would be amazing. But we're still going to put straw around it.
Well, yeah, because that's got to protect the top half, right?
Yeah.
We're not boiling the water from below. That'd be super cool, though. A hot spring?
Hot spring? Yeah, that'd be.
But if we had a hot spring, we wouldn't need this water tote because we just collect that water instead.
I just bathe in the hot spring.
Yeah, we don't have those.
Okay, so we have the water line that comes up from the tote. It's that white water line. And then comes into the whole house filter, whole home filter. It's just a sediment filter to ensure that we're not sucking anything into the pump, which is an RV pump. It's got its own pressure switch. So as pressure is required, the pump turns on and we have water to our taps. We have a shut off, so if we need to work on the pump or anything past the filter, and we're good to go. Other than that, this drain line is original, and we had to run some electrical into the cabinet to run the pump. But other than that, the sinks were here before we took ownership. So it seems to work. It's on a janky angle, but it works. Don't fix what ain't broke, I guess. Other than that, we're gonna head back under the house because our water line has frozen. In the past, it's running right now, but we're gonna try and build a box to keep that from happening. Okay, so our water line froze like 3 days after we installed it. So I'll show you what we did to try and keep the water line from freezing and show you that it failed. But so I removed the old water line, put a new water line in, and now we're going to build something to actually physically encase it with insulation. So this is what I had. Sorry. This is what I had as a water line, which was PEX water line. This is the side that was in the water tote. And then this comes under the house and then up into the house. Okay. We wrapped it with R14 insulation, and then I wrapped it all in tape to encapsulate it, because apparently you can't buy the insulation tape anymore. And then I encased that in reflective, I call it thermal or air foil, but we encased it in that to keep, you know, the airflow from getting to the insulation. And I actually encased it in the foam insulation as well before we even started with the R14. So we had 3 different layers of insulation on the pipe, and it still froze. So I cut it out, we removed it from the water tote, and I put in new 3/4 inch line, and I'll show you that right now. That's the new 3/4 inch line that comes down out of the house right there. That's a conduit that goes through the metal up into the kitchen cabinet. Spray foam insulation around it. Then the pipe comes down through the hay bales and into the water tote right there. And so now we're going to build a box and fill it full of insulation to try and keep airflow and cold from getting to this pipe. Here's hoping, because having your water lines freeze sucks. Okay, so here's the box. Sorry for the light, but I'm under the house. And then I sealed up the corners as best as I can. I had to notch out for that cribbing, so I sealed it with spray foam. But we're as tight to the ceiling or floor joist as we can get. And we're gonna go inverted here for a second. I have a bottom on it as well, and I have 2 bats of R40 in this box wrapped around the water line. That's our P-trap. Wrapped in insulation, trying to keep it from freezing. And I'll come and show you the other side here. Let's crawl out from our little dungeon. And then that's where our water tote is. And then our heat trace line is in our eaves trough now to melt all that snow and ice. And then if we come under here and we look, I sealed up everything I could. Any slight gap I filled to hopefully keep airflow out of there. But we're gonna see how long that lasts, if it works, and we'll let you know. But there's not a whole lot more I can do other than that. That's it for today.
Anything else?
Thanks for tuning in.
If this isn't the end of the video, it doesn't make sense to do that.
Same
Like
bad
and
time.
subscribe.
Yeah. Don't forget to hit the notification bell.
No, just enjoy the videos, honestly.
Yeah.
Subscribe if you feel like that's important to you, but really just enjoy the videos.
See you later.
Our first Homestead out.
Peace out.
Mic drop.
Oh, all right. I'm going to bed.
What'd you do with it?
It was on that table.
Did you dump it in the snow?
I didn't do anything with it. What did you do with it?
I did nothing.
Oh, where were you? I was down the road.
You better not be on the road, mister.
Don't worry, Hunter, that's just a camera. Recording.
Did you put it in your pocket?
I don't know, maybe. No, I didn't. Did you put it in your pocket? Give me this. Here I am, searching my 12 pockets.
12 pockets. You're funny. I move the camera so that you're facing it, and then you turn away again.
Well, because I couldn't cut the pipe this way. The length of the pipe. I'm sorry. That's okay.
Yeah, sure it is.
I'm sure people have seen people cut pipe before.
You think? But they want to see how you cut pipe, Mike.
It's the same way as everybody else. So, and I've picked out this video for you to enjoy. See you next time.